Welcome to Data Science Lovers. In this video, we will see what is break statement and how to use it in Python. Break statement in Python. A break statement is a loop control statement which can be used in both type of loops, in the for loops as well as in the while loops. What is the use of break statement? We use the break statement whenever there is a need to stop the loop at a given condition. To understand this break statement, you should know what is a for loop and what is a while loop and how to use it. You can watch these two videos on for loop and while loop that I have uploaded. Now, if we first talk about break statement in for loop, then with the break statement in the for loop, we can stop the loop before it has looped through all the items of the sequence, or you can say all the items of the iterables. Here I have a list which is containing some strings 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This list TSL contains 5 strings. Now if I use for loop on this sequence for I in DSL print I. Now this is a simple example of for loop. In this example, I will take each item of the sequence and will print it. Now, if I want to print the elements till machine learning only of this sequence, then I can use break statement for this. I am copying this list here, and if I use for loop again for I in my sequence DSL print I. Now I will write the break condition. If I equal to machine learning, means when I will reach machine learning, then I am giving a break, means the loop will end here. If I run this, then you can see that first it print Python, then it takes second element data science and print it, then it takes third element machine learning and print it. When this condition is satisfied, means whenever I reach at machine learning, then the loop has breaked and now it will not print any element further from this sequence. So it will not print these elements which are after the machine learning. There is one thing to note, that you have to give the break condition inside this body of for loop. I have written this if statement inside the body of for loop, and the break keyword is given with the indentation like this. This is the indentation part. If we see one more example with some modification in this code, then I am copying this sequence again and I am using for loop again on this sequence in DSL. Here inside the body of this for loop, first of all I am giving the condition for break. If I equal to machine learning, then I want to stop the loop, so I am giving break it. Again I am writing print I to print the elements. Now if I run this, you can see the difference between this code and between this code. In this code, first of all I will take the first element of the sequence and print it because this condition is not satisfied now. Then it will take second element data science and print it because the second condition is also not satisfied. Now it will take machine learning and this condition for break is satisfied now. Now the loop will stop, so it will not print any further elements of the sequence. So you have to note the difference between this type of code and between this type of code. Here one thing you have to note, that this print function is not inside the body of this statement. However, it is inside the body of for loop only. Now if we talk about the break statement in while loop. With the break statement in the while loop, we can stop the loop even if the while condition is true. Let's see. Suppose I am taking the example of simple while loop first. I am initializing a variable I with a value of 1 and giving the while condition. I less than 5, I want to print the value of I. Then I will give an increment to this I equal to I plus 1. So this while loop will show the output like this, as you know. Now if we want to use break statement in this while loop, then I can write x equal to 1. This is my variable name x, and I am giving the while condition while x less than 5. I want to print the value of x. Now I want to stop the loop whenever my x reached at a value of 3. So I will give the break condition for it. If x equal to 3, the colon and enter, it will take me to the indentation part. Here I have to write the break keyword, and after indentation we have to give an increment to this variable x. So what this code will do, first of all it will take the value of x, which is 1, and it will test for the condition. The condition is true, so it will print 1, and it will check this condition if x equal to 3. Now since 1 is not equal to 3, so it will not stop the loop now. Then it will give the increment to the value of x. Again it will go for the condition and repeat the same cycle. If I run this, then this is the output of this code 1, 2, 3. When x becomes 3, the condition is satisfied, it will print 3 like this. Now it will check this condition if x equal to 3. Here the condition is true, so it will break the loop and there will be no more outputs after 3. So you can say that the loop will end whenever the break condition is satisfied. If we see one more example with some modification in it, then I am writing x equal to 1 while keyword and the condition x less than 5. Now here I am writing the break condition first. If x equal to 3 means whenever the value of x will reach 3, then I want to break the loop, means I want to stop the loop. Then again I will write print the value of x. Now as you know, in the while loop increment is mandatory, so I have to give an increment to this variable x. I am incrementing this variable with 1. Now if I print this, then it will print only 1 and 2. Why? Because first of all x will take a value of 1. The condition is satisfied, then it will check for the break condition which is given in the body of while loop. Now here the condition is not satisfied, then it will execute the next statement, means it will print x, it will print 1. Then it will increment the value of x with 1. Again it will check for the condition of while loop and enter in the body of while loop. In the body of while loop, the break condition will be checked again. Again the break condition is not satisfied, so it will execute the next statement, means it will print 2. Now 2 will be incremented by 1 and again it will check the while condition. Now x has become 3 and it will enter into the body of while loop. In the body of while loop, it will check for the break condition. Here the break condition is satisfied, so the loop will end now and no more elements will be printed after 2. So this is how we can use break in the for loop and in the while loop. We will learn about more advanced features and examples of break statement in our another playlist of the course, which is Advanced Data Analytics with Python. Friends, if you want to learn machine learning and wants to see some basic machine learning models, then you can follow this playlist. And if you want to see some basic data analytics project, then you can follow this playlist.